Keeping it classy. What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to Everyday Charlie, where I am your host, Charlie, every day. Say hi to the succulents. Um, I'm way behind on actual reviews. Like I'm caught up on unboxings, way behind on reviews. So we are going to do the Vosteed, whatever this is, the raccoon. Um, there's been a little bit of controversy about this little dude, and I've had it for a few weeks now, and I kind of went hog wild for a bit, and I got too many, so it's been kind of a pain to work them in and give them enough time to I think, give them a fair shake on a review. So here we are for this one. Now, what we've got is a flat ground 14C28N blade. Not the best steel at all, period. This is actually, if you really like sharpening a knife, this is about the perfect freaking steel for you because you can get a lot of them and they're cheap. But it's a flat grind micarta scales, and I gotta say the micarta it's one of the softer micartas I've ever felt. I really like how this feels in the hand. We have a 7 9/16 inch totally open. The blade is 3 3/16. It's got a full liner, pocket clip. I still need to find a deep carry clip, I think, for these. But so far, I can say that I really enjoyed this one. It's a very handy shape. Nice, flat, wide blade. And it's good for slicing. It's good for, I mean, you can probably see right there, I got a scratch on the blade. I got a few up here. This is a knife that I used heavily. There's been a couple days where I had to come home and hose it out and re-oil it because I got it so filthy and mucky and gross with things. I really enjoy this knife. I truly do. I think for the price point, which is at $59, I think you really almost can't beat it. And so let's get to the bad. Because as good as this knife really, truly is, there is one horrible little bit that I think would probably be a deal breaker for quite a bit of you guys, and that's lock failure. I don't know how well this is going to work. I'm going to try zooming in a little bit. And you can kind of see, there we go. You can kind of see how that works. And that little shaved out piece engages with the lock, and that's what holds it in. And now, about 3-4 weeks ago, someone posted that they found that if they whack the spine on something, it will cause the lock to release, and it does. And every time you do that, it's a little bit easier, and it's because of the shape of that plunger and how it all works. That being said, I'm not going to whack the spine of this because there's no issue. I have forced it, and you can force it. Just make sure your fingers are out of the way. You can force it to break, and here's the thing. I'm not really stabbing a lot with my knives. If I'm doing something, it's going to be downward pressure. I'm not stabbing a lot, you know. So I care if the lock is steady, but I don't care if the lock is that steady. It's not like it's down here and can when your fingers are in the way and it's going to depress. But even then, like unless I'm putting back pressure, I shouldn't have an issue with it. So for me, the faulty lock, and I do think it's not so much a design flaw, but I think it's a flaw inherent in the design. I'm sure there's a way to design around that. Maybe putting a ridge on the shoulder of the plunger would help. But I see it as kind of a non-issue, to be honest with you. It's a great little knife. They're fun to use. It's very light. I wish I had brought my other scale up, but I do have a food scale because this is where I cook dinner. Look at how clean that is. Yeah. But it's not a heavy knife at all. Weighing in at 91 grams. That's 3.2 ounces. That's not a big, heavy knife. By comparison, a large Sebenza, it's 25% heavier. Actually, 33% heavier. This is 33% heavier than this. This is 25% lighter than this. Yeah. 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 Maybe that's right. We'll figure it out. I don't know. But truly, I like this knife, and I hate that it got so much shit. Because for what it is, a $59 knife, this is practically unbeatable. And I've said it with just about every Vosteed that I've done a proper review on. The real value of these knives isn't in the design. I mean, it kind of is in the design, but it's not really in the materials or the workmanship. It's in the fact that at this price point, this is a knife you're not afraid to strip wires with. You're not afraid to cut into anything with this knife because it's for $59. It's almost replaceable. I mean, like, it's a knife that's begging you to use it and to abuse it, which I have, and I really, really like it. My only complaint really is the blade steel. I think if we had something that could hold an edge just a little bit better, but then again, I kind of like sharpening long flat bellies, and that is a long flat belly. It's a great little knife. You guys know I've been sucking the Vosteed dick for a while now, and I'm going to continue just because, well, they're good knives, and they're inexpensive knives, and they have a lot of fun features that you find on knives that you spend a lot more money on bearings, compression locks, whatever that plunger lock is, button lock. I mean, you can use this as a flipper. It's a fun little knife, and it's light, and it's not a knife you're going to care if you lose too much. As a matter of fact, I was using this last week at work, and I got home and I realized I don't know where it is. It wasn't in my pocket. I have never done that before. Just once if I lost a knife. And it was still there the next day, thankfully. Otherwise, I'd had to buy another one. But yeah, seriously, it's a good knife. It begs you to use it. And I don't think that... I think that this is a knife that will fit and jive with just about everyone's idea of what a decent little work knife could be. So go out, check them out, man. If you happen to have someone that you know that has a Vosteed, ask to check it out. Otherwise, I am fully confident saying, go ahead and buy it. You're going to like it at least enough to use it to where you can't anymore. And full disclosure, there's a link in the description that will take you to Vosteed.com. There's also an affiliate link that will save you $10 on your next Vosteed purchase. I will also get a $5 discount sometime in the future. I don't care about that. I care about getting you guys trying these out, because honestly, if some jagoff from the internet told me that go buy this knife, it's awesome and you're going to love it, I would look at the price, and former knife snobby me would be like, yeah, I'm not spending that because it's going to be garbage. It's not. It's a great knife. Size-wise, I'd say it's about as medium as you can get. It's not a small knife, but it's not a big knife. Something I would consider a big knife would be the adult-sized Crooked River, which you can see. Big fucking knife. But the Raccoon is considerably smaller. The blade size is comparable to your PM2, although the PM2 has a lot more runway in the handle, but I mean, it's not too far off
in size-wise. You get a little more to grip with the PM2, but you know, the PM2 is also $150 to get in there. Or if you are a dumb shit and you spend a lot of money on scales and stuff, they're a lot more expensive. But yeah, seriously, go try Vosteed. Give them a whirl. They've got plenty of choices. You don't like this one? Check out, say, the Bellamy or the Labrador or the Valkyrie or the whatever else they've got. Because so far, I've only handled one that I didn't care for, and even that was pretty quality. So give them a shot. Vosteed. Get it done, man. And I would go ahead and I would give this. So, how we need to develop a rating scale. One to what do you need when you have knives? 1 to 5 band-aids. I'd give this a solid 3 3/4 band-aids, maybe 4 band-aids. It's not the best knife I've ever held, but for the price, it is real close. Honestly, pound for pound, I say you got a great value here. So give it a shot. Vosteed Raccoon. And that's it. I've been Everyday Charlie, and catch you later. Kisses.